In this video, I'm going to discuss how to sort the records in a large data set. There's several ways to do it, and we'll start with the simplest to begin with. The simplest is just to click on a cell in any column that you want to sort on first. So Excel's smart enough to sort all the data together rather than just that column, but that's based on the idea that there's no blank columns in your database. And so every once in a while I'll see somebody who will run over here. They're going to insert a sheet column and they make it all skinny, and then they'll run up here and fill it with a color because they're trying to, make it look nice or something. Don't ever do that to your data, because that will run into a situation where I'll sort this column but it doesn't sort those on the other side of this blank column, and so now you've basically ruined your data at that point. So never have blank rows nor blank columns in your data. As you're designing your data, make sure it's always compact. So I'm now going to delete that column. Back to sorting. I'm just going to grab randomly the first name, just grab a cell in there, and all I have to do, there's several places to do it. On the home ribbon, there's over here A to Z, Z to A, and then there's a custom sort. And then on the data ribbon, there is a to Z, Z to A, and a custom sort. So I tend to run to the data ribbon just out of habit. So again, select a single cell, I hit A to Z, and now all my A names are at the top and the Z names will be at the bottom. Vice versa, I can go Z to A, and it's sorting all of the records together. I can go back to the ID and just hit A to Z, and so now everybody's back based on an ID sort. So that's a single sort. That's the simplest. But what if, for instance, I wanted to sort all my offices together, and within the office I want to sort the base salary from lowest to highest. All right, so now what students will do is they'll hit A to Z on the office. So here's everybody from Boston. Well, then they run over here. Remember, I want within Boston lowest to highest. So then they'll run over here and go A to Z. Well, that just goofed up your office sort, right? So you can't sort on two columns using these two buttons. What I need to do is go to the sort dialog box. And what we're going to do is sort by office first, and then we're going to add a level and sort by base salary. As long as we have this box open, let's look at something else. Sort on cell values, and you can, by the way, cell color, font color, or an icon if you happen to have one in there. Cell values are what we want. And then you have A to Z for alphabetical things, and of course then you can do Z to A. Or you can go smallest to largest, largest to smallest on numeric values. So I've added 2 levels. I could even do a 3rd level, or as many levels as you want. My data does have headers, so now I hit OK. Here's Boston, and within Boston I start with the lowest up to the highest at that point. Now the last thing I'll mention on sorting is how to do a custom sort. So we sorted on office, and it's going to do it alphabetical. So what if for some reason you wanted to sort your offices based on a different kind of sort beside the alphabet? So I think an example would be you want to do it in the order that the offices were established, something like that. Or maybe I want to sort my departments, and I don't want that to be alphabetical. I want sales to be first, and then finance, and then customer support, whatever. It's a custom sort for whatever reason you want to do that. So again, up here in the sort dialog box, I can hit that. And one thing right here, I can go to a custom list, and here are a list of already pre-made custom sorts. And of course, what you're seeing here are days of the weeks and then months of the year, because typically if I sort the months of the year, I don't want that to be in a alphabetical list. Of course, I want it to be with the first month, second month, third month, and the same with the days of the weeks. So there's already examples of custom lists. We can add our own list, in which case I can maybe do our Denver office first for whatever reason. Boston will be second, San Francisco will be third, and I'm just hitting enter after I type each one. And then we'll go Dallas. I'm missing one, Chicago. There you go. So I just kind of randomly threw them in here, but the point is I wanted to add a custom list. Denver, Boston, San Francisco. I'll hit OK. So now I'm going to sort that office based on that custom list. And so when I hit OK, Denver's at the top, and then of course we had that dual sort. So within Denver we have our base salary. But there's Denver, Boston, San Francisco, Chicago, Dallas. So that's all based on our custom list. And by the way, there's another place you can create custom lists. So if you go File, Options, I think it's under Advanced, and let's see, General, right here, General, and then Edit Custom List. So there's the list we just created. Another example of a list that you might want to put in. I've got to click on New List. Here we go. So high, medium, low would be an example of a custom list. I don't want that sorted alphabetically. I want it sorted based on those. I can add that to the list. I'll hit OK. And one more interesting thing about custom lists is they also impact your autofill. So in other words, if I go Denver here, and now I'll select that cell and autofill down, it will autofill based on my custom list. If same thing, now that I just did that high, medium, low, I can fill that in, and now when I drag that to the right, if I can get it, it'll go medium and low. So it's not only for sorting, but it's also for giving you some autofill options.